Well, in this video, I want to show you how to create a slider in GeoGebra, and specifically how to use a slider to kind of see how the secant lines we've been looking at converge or get closer to this tangent line, which I gave you a picture in the lab. So I'm going to go to GeoGebra, and I cleared out everything I had before except the function of the particle, position of the particle. So I want to plot the point 1, comma, P of 1. So right here, I want this to be kind of the foundation spot. And the way to get at this is I want to know what happens to the tangent, or excuse me, the secant line as we move just a small amount away from this point right here. So the way to do that is type in 1 plus h, comma, p, parentheses, 1 plus h. Notice right here, you'll see a create slider. Click OK. So notice right here, this plots h equals 1. So I'm 1 away at 2. So if I move the slider, it just moves the point away and closer to A. 0. So what do I do on the slider? Right here for this h equals, click on the 3 dots, settings. And over here, this opens up. Click on the slider tab. And we want to stay close to 1. So I'm going to make this min -1. I'm going to make the max 1. And the increment, I'm going to make this a 0.01. Click OK. And notice right here, now if I move this, it stays closer to actually 1. Got to change the max to 1. So here you go, at 0. Now as I move away, I'm only going to move 1 away to the right and then 1 away to the left, and I have more points in between. Okay, what I'd really like to see is the tangent lines. So let's suppose the slider is all the way at 1. So on the x-axis, it's 1 to 2. Think about this formula right here. The h is 1, so I've moved 1 away from 1, and the height is also moved away. So at the top, click on the line tab, straight line, click 2 points. I'm going to click A and B. I'm going to click this arrow so I don't accidentally make another line. So I've got the secant line. I'm going to right click on this line, click on settings. I'm going to make a different color just so it's maybe a little bit easier to see what's happening. And then for algebra, change that to y equals mx plus b, because then we can actually see how the slope is changing. So when h is 1, notice right here, the x-axis or t-axis would be 1 plus 1, which is 2, and then the height is p of 2. So this is the same secant line from previous problem on the lab. But now if you move this slider, it changes the slope and changes the secant line. So once you have this set up, you can use this to move around and kind of see how the slope changes and use this to answer the questions on the lab.